You can access your Collaborate recordings by clicking on the ellipsis button to the right of your Blackboard Collaborate options in your menu on the left side. Click on that and then you should see a View All Recordings option. I'm going to show you really quickly on your Edit Course Room settings before we jump into that. Sometimes the default to download recordings is not available. So if you don't see a download button when you click on your recordings, you can jump back into the session settings. I'm going to click the ellipsis button here, Edit Settings. This first tab here just has general information about your Collaborate room, but this one is where you'll edit your settings, and then you'll be able to see allowed recording downloads. If this isn't checked, you want to make sure that that's checked, and you can do that retroactively. So if you recorded a video today but it wasn't checked, then you can just jump back into your course setting, your room settings, and change that to allow recording downloads. And then when you go back into your recordings, you should see that is an option that you can download. So I'm going to click on my ellipsis button again and view all my recordings. And I only have one for this course, but if you have more, remember you can click on the search button at the top, or you can also filter and change the way that that your recordings are displayed so that it's easier for you to find. And I'm going to click download, and that's going to download down here to my my download area. I'm using Chrome. If you're using Firefox, you'll see your download button up here at the top. So now let's go ahead and upload that to Panopto. Now the reason you want to upload it to Panopto is because Panopto will allow you to make it accessible to your students without them having to click on the button over here or the ellipsis button. It also allows you to view analytics, so which of your students have seen the video and how much of the video each student has seen. And you can also add quizzing to it. So if you have a mandatory synchronous activity and only 4 students show up out of 28, then you can request that the rest of the students view the video and take a quiz, and then they'll get a grade for the quiz. I'm just going to go ahead and click my plus sign here to add my video. I'm going to go to Content Market, and remember I've downloaded this from my Collaborate session, so it's not going to be in my Panopto videos yet, but we're going to upload it. So when you first open up Panopto, it defaults to the course that you're in, and if you have a video in there already, I created this video this morning, so there is a video that's already here. But you can also change where it's going to go in your Panopto directory. I like putting my things in my folder because it's easier for me to find. If I look at all the folders that I've got a bunch of them called Business Computer Applications. And each course, each section, has its own folder called Business Computer Applications, and that gets confusing. I wish they would do that by course ID. It would be a little bit easier to manage, but that's not how they're doing it right now. So you can create whatever you want in my folder, and then you can also set your videos up so that they are shareable to other courses. I'm going to go ahead and just click on my folder, and you'll see that I've got some videos in here already. And I'm going to upload the video that we just downloaded from my course. So remember, I've stored this in my folder. Right now it's called Collab Recording 2 and it's processing. I'm going to go ahead and close this and not insert it just yet. And then I'm going to open up a new tab and go to oc.hosted.panopto.com and then enter. Because we've interacted with Panopto already through Blackboard, it should be already logged in for you, but it uses single sign-on. So if you do have to log into this screen, it should be your username and password for email that you access with. And I'm going to click on my folder, and this is the recording that I just did. I'm going to go ahead and click Edit. I want to change the name to my Synchronous Activity 1 so that I'll know what this video is, just so that it'll be a little bit easier to find and manage. And I'm going to apply. So I've changed my name. Now a couple of things that we can do here in the edit screen. We can do captions, and that's something that I would highly recommend. So we could import automatic captions, and mine is very, very short. It doesn't really say anything, so it's not going to take very much time to do that. But I'm going to click Apply. We could go in and change those captions. So I'm going to click the Edit button. And now I'm in Edit again, so I can edit my captions if I need to. But you can also insert quizzing. So if we want to add a quiz, you can go to the time that you want the quiz to appear on your timeline. Okay, so mine is already defaulting to multiple choice, but you have a couple of other options. You could do fill in the blank, multiple select, so if you have possibly more than one answer that could be correct, the students would check all that apply, or you can have a fill in the blank. So I'm going to say that the correct answer for this one is going to be blue, and then we can apply this and then go on to the next. So now it will stop when it gets to this point. What color is the sky during a clear sunny day in West Texas? It's going to be blue, and then I'm going to click finish, and that will show me that I've answered 1 out of 1 questions. So we can continue here. We can add more questions. You can add as many questions as you like. Okay, when you finished adding all your questions, so what we're doing is we're moving the timeline to where we want it to go. So if I want a question to show up at this 30-second mark, I'm going to move my timeline to the 30-second mark and then click add a quiz, and that will allow me to add a new question. Again, multiple choice, true, false, multiple select, which gives you the option to have more than one correct response, or fill in the blank. And then once you're finished, you can just click done and then apply. This will apply your quiz questions to your test. Any other edits that need to be done, you can click on the pencil icon to edit. When you want to look at your analytics, you can look at the analytics here using this little chart option. Again, we clicked on edit to get here, and clicking on the chart option will give us views by day. So as you can see, I just uploaded it today. So there hasn't been a great deal of engagement with it. I'm the only one that's engaged with it because it's not visible in my course yet. But then once you have actually made that visible to your students, then they'll be able to engage with it. So I'm going to go back to my course now. There's my course. And we're going to do the Panopto quiz tool. And we're going to click on my folder here because I put it in my folders. Oops, there we go. And it was synchronous activity 1. And then I'm going to insert. And I'm actually going to hide this from my students really quickly because mine is actually a live course. And I don't want to freak my students out by thinking they have a video to watch. So now it gets to the first question. And then I've already answered that question, so I'm going to continue. What color is the sky on a clear night in West Texas? It's deep blue. So I'm finished with that one. I'm going to continue.